Morning, children. Today I will be continuing with the topic marketing and sales, and under that, the subtopic I will be taking, that is meaning of product, meaning of services, types of services, and the distinction. So, the very first subtopic which I would like to explain, that is product. What is a product? Now, when I talk about of a product basically means set of tangible and physical attribute such as material, color, design, size, weight assembled in an identifiable form that a seller offer to customer for sale. All right, so here it is telling us that a product is a tangible thing which has some physical attribute like material, like color, like design, like size, and all these things have been arranged together to give it a particular form. Likewise, you can take an example of a pen, a ball pen which you are using. It is also a product which consists of plastic, metal, ink, and other components. Product is not only the thing which is tangible and has physical attribute, but there are certain more other things which are being in addition used with a product. So in addition to a product physical attribute, it comprises about added values also. What added values are being found in the product? Like you can go through the package, brand name, label, and goodwill of a producer. All right, a customer who buys, likewise you take an example, a customer who buys or purchases a car buy not merely the physical object but also acquires the brand name, its warranty, and prestige. Thus you can say, in short, you can say that product can be defined as a set of tangible and intangible attributes offered by the seller to the customer. So it is not only just stick to tangible aspect, but it also carries some intangible contributes towards the product. Like you can take the brand, you can take the prestige and the goodwill of a producer. So this was about the meaning of product. Moving ahead to the next page, that is page number 14. In page number 14, meaning of services are being given. Now meaning of services, when I talk about services, basically are intangible benefits, or you can say they are intangible benefits and utilities for satisfaction which is being offered for sale, like transportation, like communication, banking facilities, insurance, warehousing, and others. Now when we talk about of services are being classified into four categories. The first is commercial services. Commercial services are likewise wholesaler services, trader services, railway services. Like for example, you can take the services of trader like wholesaler, retailer, broker. For transporters, you can take roadways, railways. Alright. So this can be considered as commercial services. Then when we talk about of professional services like doctors, lawyers, auditors, all right. Then personal services, when we talk about like laundryman, beauty parlor, theatre, shoe repairing, guest house, this all will be considered as personal services. When we talk about the fourth category, that is public utility services. These refers to the service rendered by post and telegraph department, by police, by fire brigade, military, etc. So these are the four category. Now thus we can conclude that services are being considered intangible because they cannot be seen, they cannot be touched, and they cannot be stored for use in future. Thus services cannot be separated from the service provider. Alright, this is clear. Now moving ahead towards the next topic, that is distinction between product and services. Now, in distinction between product and service, you have to prepare in the same manner as it is been given in your book in the tabular form. Now, product are fully tangible, whereas services, when we talk about services, are intangible. Perishability, usually durable, usually perishable. Ownership, products ownership are transferable, whereas services, they cannot be separated from the owners. Inseparability, fully separable, not separable. Risk, product can be replaced, services cannot be. Quality, can be measured and controlled, difficult to control and measure. Inventory, that is the stock, can be stored, services cannot be stored. Sensitivity to time, low sensitivity, like soap can be bought in advance for need, but services cannot be bought in advance. Alright. Customization, increase cost and restrict sales, increase customers' delight. Market relation, product and brands are focused on transaction, are very important linked. Brand, when we talk about, main strategy is product marketing, whereas in services, people are equally important. This is about the distinction between product and services. Now, in the same lesson, the next topic which you will be doing, that is pricing. Now, what is pricing? Price, you have many times heard about that. What are price? Price basically denotes the money, or you can say the value of a product or services. It is the amount of money a seller is asking for the product or service he offer for sale, or the amount which a buyer are to pay for it. So whatever money, suppose if you are buying a pen, alright, and the cost of that pen is rupees 5, then that will you consider as price. Alright. In the same manner, the retailer is offering to sell a pen at 5 rupees to you. That 5 rupees is being denoted as price. Alright. According to Clark, he says the price of an article or service is its market value expressed in terms of money. Alright. The conversion of your product, of your article which you are buying, or the services which you are buying from the buyers, from the sellers, that will be considered as a price of that commodity or of that service. Now, it reflects the worth of a product or service and the amount of money for which it can be exchanged. A person buys certain services or facilities along with the product and the price which he can pay represent the amount of money paid for the product and the service accompanying it. So this was about the meaning of price. In the next paragraph, it again says price is important element in marketing mix. If you remember, marketing mix comprises of 4 P's: price, product, place and promotion. So price is an important element in the marketing mix of a firm and affects the other components of marketing mix. The quality of product and the service supplied along with it, the channel of distribution and the promotional effort depend greatly upon the price. So price is a basic determinant. You can find out that price is, it is mentioned in your book that price determines largely the sales volume and the profit margin of the firm. So whenever a product is being produced, it is necessary to decide about the price, that at what price the product will be sold in the market. In short, you can write pricing is the process of translating the value of a product or service in terms of money. This is about the meaning of pricing. Now, Coming to the next topic, that is objectives of pricing. Objectives or importance of pricing. This is the next topic. Now here it says pricing is not an end in itself but means to achieve marketing objectives of the firm. Pricing strategy of the firm should be designed to achieve specific objectives like operating objective. Objective of pricing are derived from overall objectives of the firm. There are certain objectives which are being given in page number 17. The very first topic, it says a target rate of return. Target rate of return. Suppose you have total cost of 20,000 unit at the rate 50 rupees per unit. So multiply 20,000 by 50, it will come as 10 lakh. Now 30% before tax return on 50 lakh. Evaluate it 30% on 15 lakh, you will get 15,000. Then target sales value, when you will add 10 and 15 lakh, it will come 25 lakh. That is the sales revenue, the income which you have earned from the sales. And now to find out the price per unit, what you will do, you will divide 25 lakh by 20,000 and the cost of per unit will come as rupees 125. Alright. Now explaining you about target rate of return. Now it is an adequate return on investment and net sales is an important pricing objective. The idea of it is to secure the sufficient return on capital which has been employed after covering the cost of production and distribution. Prices are not so set that the total sales revenue exceed the total cost by the estimated profit amount. In other words, the objective leads to cost plus pricing. This was about the first objective. The second objective says price stability. In this objective, it is telling us that it is necessary for a firm to find out the cut and elimination of cyclical price fluctuation and to avoid price wars. That means that the aim is to live and let others live. The goal is to produce the product in at such a prices that it can be easily affordable by the consumers. Alright. Next is market share. Market share में it is, yesterday also I taught you about market share. Market share is basically, it's a meaningful mark for measuring the market position and success of a particular product. The price objective is followed by operating in an expanding market. Now next is meet or prevent competition. Now meet or prevent competition. You know that everywhere whenever you go through the market, you find that everywhere there is cutthroat competition. So in market is basically characterized by cutthroat competition, and firms often take price decision to meet and or present competition. It is necessary. The main objective may be adopted while introducing a new product. Sometimes a company may adopt below cost pricing to fight the competition. They can offer the strategy to provide the goods at reasonable prices to meet with the competition or fight with the competition. But in long run, firm cannot survive by charging less. Alright, this is also not beneficial. Then price, or you can say profit maximization. When we talk about profit maximization, firm pursuing this object try to earn as much as money as possible. Small and little known firms may try to charge as much price as the customer can bear. Due to high profit, new entrepreneurs will be attracted into the industry and price will come down in long run. So these were the 5 objectives which I had taught you today. The chapter is over. After completing this topic, after finishing this, I will be giving you some assignment based on the topic which I had taught today. You can go through it and do the assignment in your registers. That's all for today.